Okay.
I got the 3 pieces cut, ready to go. I got them just cut to my angles. What I did is I fit to make sure that I liked how my angles fit, and both sides look good, and I'm not gonna make any adjustments. What I did do, point back here, is I did cut this right hand one to length already. So now what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm gonna fit these two together so that I'm happy with it. I cut that one to length. Thank you. And then I'm gonna actually cut this other one. I'll wait on that. I'll cut the other one after. I'm gonna get a little bit of glue. I'm gonna run 2 strips here. I don't want it to seep out the top, and I don't want it to seep out the bottom, but I want it to be able to kind of help my piece bond to my side. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm gonna do is, I got it glued. I did not glue my joint, and you'll notice that I'm not working on that rubber mat anymore. Now I'm working on just a wooden table, because that allows me to kind of slide my pieces back or forth and get them where I want it. So what I'm doing now is positioning those 2 pieces exactly how I want them, because if I slide one out too far or in too far, it causes me issues. I'm using those same nails, 1.5-inch nails. And I'm angling them slightly. I didn't really talk about that yet, but I'm gonna, if you can see the angle of the gun, I'm angling them slightly so that I'm not, try to get to a flat spot on the table also, because I'm not on a very flat spot. Angle it slightly. Usually 4 to 5 nails is adequate. Then you're going to work around the front. At this point, fit this corner so that you're happy with it. Come over here. Mark it for length. This is going to be the short point of my 45. So when I make my cut, that mark right there is indicating the short point of my 45. This is the most critical cut of the whole deal right now. Again, just like before, I need to replicate what I did. So I need to make sure that I'm exactly 45 degrees right there. I turn the laser off because I don't trust it anyway. I need to make sure that my short point comes out exactly at that spot. Now I want to actually go like this and erase that mark. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sand it later on. So now I'm back to focusing on this right-hand side. I am not worried about that left-hand side yet. Right now, I have to kind of run with the assumption that I cut it to the right length. Right now I want to put a little bit of glue up here where I'm going to have a rail, or where I'm going to have a stile, over here where I'm going to have a stile, and then on the very top where it's going to hit my rail. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue there. I'm going to put a little bit of glue along here. If I shoot in near my sides, I'll be all right if I shoot straight in, but otherwise I kind of want to angle my nails so that they don't poke through too bad. Otherwise, when you're moving your furniture or anything, that's when it's going to poke your fingers and it's going to kind of bother you. So I fit my corner so that I'm happy. I shoot that. I come over here. I'm now going to shoot. I'm shooting for this side. And now this one I'm going to angle slightly, but I want to get my gun so that it kind of shoots in at an angle. So 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 in the center. Real similar to what I did for the side. And then lastly, I'm going to rotate my cabinet around and see how I did. Now, if you can zoom in just a little, Josh. This is a little trick. See how I push it tight? It's a hair bit long right here. I don't know how well you can see it with that on the camera or not, but a little trick is that you'll be able to scoot it out a little bit so that your long point kind of matches, and you will have a hairline here that will all kind of blend in when it's said and done. That, and when you hit this with a little sandpaper, you will never notice it. So something like that. I'm going to mark my back edge, set my saw back to 0. I don't have much of a preference, but some students prefer to cut laying down like this. Other students prefer to have it standing up. It's about a horse a piece to me. I don't care. Make sure that you're at 0 either way though. Make sure that you lock it in. Again, that's my mark, splitting my mark in half. Now I'm kind of on the home stretch. I'm going to put a bead of glue across the top, across the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of glue back here. If you feel like you put too much where it's going to seep out, don't even mess around. Just go right over and get a wet paper towel and be ready to wipe it up. Again, here, make sure that you're getting your top flush. So right now, if that's down or up, you got to kind of play with it to get the top flush. When the top is flush, that's when you can shoot it, and it will all kind of blend in together. I'm gonna angle. I'm gonna get one in the center. And then another one right down here. Try to avoid shooting directly from this piece into this other piece. Try not to stitch them together like that. Chances are, my experience has been that students are kind of playing with fire and that turns out poorly. So that's trim. Top trim, bottom trim, all said and done. Email me with any questions. Over and out.